All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to even more reading sprints for the Escape for 24 Hours Readathon. I'm going to give this a few seconds to catch up and let people hop on. I hope you all were able to get some more reading done in between the last sprints that I did a few hours ago. Have I read much? Not really, but it's fine. I'm also in a different room this time because I just kind of go where I'm told in the apartment, and my sister's coming back soon, so I don't want to be in her way when she gets home. So I'm in a different location this time, but let me know what you're going to be reading. I am going to be finishing up, hopefully, Lolita. This is a classic book, and it's very controversial, but I'm an English major, so classics are kind of something I read a lot. So I was curious about this one, so I picked it up, and I'm almost done with it. Let's see. LOL, this needs to force me to start reading again because I don't want to read my next book. We can read together, Bailey. It'll be great. What are you reading next? I know you finished a book a little bit ago, so that's exciting. Yeah, and so I'm also going to try to keep reading The Taking of Jake Livingston. I'm like 50 pages into it now, but I'm not really enjoying it, but it's fine. And then, of course, I'll also be reading my Kindle book because I'm obsessed with it. So, yeah, let me know what y'all are going to be reading. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of flustered right now. I made the mistake of waiting too late to start, like, getting ready for this. So I had to film a vlog update really fast, and so I don't have the music ready for these reading sprints, and yeah, we're a mess right now, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I read that last year and loved it. I hope you do too. It's definitely a fun and emotional story. Reading How to Make Happen for a challenge may end up DNFing, but I'll give it a try as it's only 100 pages. I've seen that book around, like not on like Instagram, but definitely in bookstores and stuff like that. So I'll be curious to see if you finished it or not. I haven't read it, but I mean, I've heard it's good from like just what I've seen in bookstores and stuff like that. Hey, hi, welcome. Let us know what you're gonna be reading. Wish I was reading that instead. So good. Yeah, it was a book that I read last summer. I think it was last summer, and I really liked it. It was so good. I remember staying up super late trying to finish it and just tearing up, and yeah, but it was really fun. I think I'll go ahead and do our first sprints at 5 after, is what I'm planning. However, I'm not prepared for this. So let me get the music set up really fast. I'm hoping that the one that I picked out for the ambience that I picked out this time will be good, but we'll see, and if not, I'll change it. We are listening to Enchanted Forest music, so that's exciting. Yeah, if you haven't already, let us know what you're going to be reading. Ooh, Oswald by Mona Awad. I want to finish it today. This readathon came at the right time. Well, I'm glad about that. I have Oswald pre-ordered. It'll be here on Tuesday, the 3rd. Yeah, when it comes out. I read Bunny last year and gave it 2 stars. I was just so confused by it, but the synopsis of All's Well sounds so intriguing, and I think Gabby is reading it for her book club, the book troop, so I got it, of course. So I hope I end up loving it. I love the cover, so that's always a plus. But yeah, alright, let me get the music set up. That way we are ready to go at 5 after so we can get some reading done today because I need motivation. I'm struggling right now. So I'm going to share my screen. It's weird being live by myself. I always feel so awkward, so I hope I'm not too awkward. I'm reading Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I love that book. I gave it 5 stars. I read an arc of it in February, I think, and I definitely cried at the end. But it's fine. I cry for so many of the books that I read, so it's fine. But alright, let me get the music set up and we will go for our first sprint right now. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself, and I'll talk to you all in 30 minutes. Alright, everybody, that was the end of the first sprint. Let me know how you did. I read 20 pages of The Taking of Jake Livingston. It's getting better. Still not loving it and still kind of confused, but we're trying. We're getting through it, and hopefully as I continue to get into the book, I will begin to enjoy it more. Also, there is a Christmas tree in my background. Oops. Wow. I don't know. Yeah, you can see the top of it right there. My brother has really great decorating skills. So, yeah. Or maybe I'll read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not sure yet. I haven't read is it Throne of Glass? Is that the series name? But I've heard good things, so I feel like you can't go wrong with Katie Roberts or Sarah J. Mass. You're doing great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was walking and fell in a ditch and have a spiral fracture in my fibula and had to have surgery on it. Wow. I hope your surgery went well and I hope you recover smoothly and quickly. That's no fun at all. So I really hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I was struggling with my music for the first little bit. My laptop was not wanting to work, but it's fine. I was working for that sprint. That's awesome. We love productivity. OMG, I fell asleep before the last sprint. You know, that's okay. It happens, right? I I have to be completely transparent during the sprint I read one singular paragraph and played Fortnite instead. You know, we don't judge here. I think that's hilarious. I love it. I read about half of this. It's straight up offensive. Interesting. Finishing so I can 1 star. Yeah, dang. All right, so I will probably not be picking that book up then, even though I always see it in the bookstores that I go into. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. I read about 35 pages. That's awesome. I read 18 pages. What book did you end up going with, Kayla? I'm curious. Yeah, I read 20 pages of my book. I think I'm going to switch to my audiobook of Lolita next so I can finish it up hopefully during the sprint, but we'll see. It's something. I'm not going to rate it when I finish it. I'm just going to mark it as read. I don't feel comfortable giving this book a rating, but I'm trying to read more classics because I tend to love them, and this is a classic, and I found it at a used bookstore. So at least I finally know what everyone is talking about when they talk about this book. How often will these readathons be happening? So the original plan was once a month, and that's what I'm still planning on. But once I do go back to school, I will be busier, so my schedule will be less free. So I might not be doing as many live sprints like this. But the goal is once a month. And I decided to do that just because it gives me motivation to read once a month, especially because I don't always have like a readathon going on. So some months might be more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not interactive, but like there might be more stuff going on for some months than other months. But my goal is to be pretty consistent about hosting this, even if I don't read, for 24 hours within the 48-hour time period. I read a few chapters. I just finished The First Husband. The First Husband's chapter. It's getting so good. Yeah, it gets better. I cannot wait for you to continue reading it. I read about 25 pages. That's awesome. I was already 100 pages into The Assassin's Blade, so I went with that. I'm going to read a little more of this and then switch to Neon Gods. I will be very curious to see your thoughts on Neon Gods. That was the second Katie Robert book that I read, and I gave it 5 stars. The first one that I read from that author, I gave 3 stars. So I was not expecting to love Neon Gods as much as I did. And yeah, definitely a 5-star read. Sabrina, that book is so good and well written. Yeah, it definitely is. I need to read more of that author's books. I've heard Daisy Jones, super good. I've heard Malibu Rising, is that the other book, is also really good. So I will pick them up eventually. I'm really enjoying it. Hello, hi, welcome. Well, I can't wait to tune in again next month. I'm very excited. I need to figure out the dates that I'm going to go with, probably near the end of the month again, because I do move in to college August 20th. So hopefully the next weekend would work, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. I'm also reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. That is a popular book. We love to see it. 5-star book from me. So yeah, all right, we'll probably go ahead and do our next sprint at 45, so in 5 minutes. I'm reading Priory, is that how you pronounce that word? I see this book everywhere, but it's fine. Of the Orange Tree, and I just reached part 2, and it's so good. Do I have that? I don't own the book, but I have heard it's really good. I always see it on Bookstagram, and I'm pulling up the cover because it's so pretty. It's so big. Oh my goodness, that was really bright. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I hope you are continue to enjoy it as you keep going. How far into it are you? I'm on page 191. Yes, I mainly read classics, so I support your decision of trying to read more of them. Yeah. So I mentioned this at the beginning, but like I'm an English major, and I get to read a lot of literature for my classes, but I'm trying to like branch out outside of what I would read for classics. So yeah, that's what I picked, and I own a ton of classics. I get so nervous to read them, so I'm slowly making my way through Lolita and will hopefully finish it tonight. If you like dragons, royalty, fruity character, and action, you'll love it. Well, maybe I'll have to pick it up someday. It's just the size is so intimidating because I generally read books that are between 250 and 400 pages, so anything bigger than that makes me nervous. I need to read Neon Gods. I'm currently reading Her Dad Will Do by Katie Roberts. I also have the Throne of Glass series on my TBR. Yeah, I have it on my TBR too. I'm actually going to be reading, which of course talking about really big books. I'm going to be starting Court of Silver Flames this weekend, so her other series. And I'm actually really excited for it because I really enjoyed the first 4 books. I gave them all 4 stars. Yeah, so I'll be diving into Silver Flames this weekend, and it's really big, but I need to just do it and get it out of the way. Lolita is on my TBR. Have you read My Dark Vanessa? I have actually. That is the reason why I picked up Lolita, not because like they're not really the same thing. I mean, they are very similar, but like the relationship between the characters is different. Like yeah, it's just a little bit different, but I had definitely been reminded of My Dark Vanessa when I read this one. Yeah, I really liked My Dark Vanessa. I gave it 4 stars. It was definitely a hard read, but I thought it kind of brought about some really interesting and important conversations. But yeah, Lolita, I'm just not going to rate it because it's a classic, and I don't know. I'm not going to rate it once I finish it, but I've never read a Katie Robert book, so this will be my first. So good, so good. Hi everyone, I'm switching between Her Dad Will Do and also reading a short 50-page novella, Jules' Embrace by Catherine Levaque. That sounds interesting. I love Katie Roberts. I've already said that like 10 times during this sprint, but it's fine. Yeah, so I think I'm going to listen to my audiobook next sprint. I'm going to play lo-fi again because that seems to be the only thing that will load on my laptop right now. Not sure why. So I'll get the lo-fi music back up and playing. Let me get the time ready. Let's see. So if we start at 45, we're gonna go to 15. Okay. Let me get everything set up, and then we will go ahead and sprint again for another 30 minutes while I get some music going. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. We're a minute early. One second, let me answer these questions. Do you find that the relationship is more romanticized or like reflecting how weird it is? And Alita, that is just because I know how romanticized in the movie. It's just, I was uncomfortable reading My Dark Vanessa, but like in a different way than I am reading this. I don't know what my feelings are on it. I'm kind of just like grossed out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, of course I'm grossed out. I was grossed out during My Dark Vanessa, but just the way that I am grossed out is a little bit different. And then maybe it's because like it's the guy's diary or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely interesting though, and I am glad that I'm able to form my own opinion on it because so many people don't like the book. It's very controversial. It's very infamous. So I am glad that I finally am reading it to just kind of give my own opinion. But yeah, it's definitely romanticized. I definitely agree with that. I enjoyed the music during the sprint. I'm very glad you did. Hi, meant to join earlier, but I took a nap. You know, it's fine. It's all right. We love naps. I'll be reading Aquamoth. Love that book. Love that book. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get the music up, and I will see you all in 30 minutes. Alright, everybody. I'm trying to be quiet, but that was the end of another sprint. I don't want to scare anybody. I know I have in the past. Let me know how you all did. I got about 30 pages. Yeah, 31 pages done of Lolita. I'll definitely finish it the next sprint. I have 30 pages left. Yeah, we're almost done with it. Hi, just joined. Hello, hello, welcome. Let me know what you're going to be reading. Hi, Stasia. Glad you could make it. I know what she's reading. One of them being Survive the Night. 2 pages of Survive the Night, and it was like 5 minutes. I'm excited for you to finish it. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, I loved it. So I'm excited for you. But yeah, let me know how you all did. I'm thinking we'll do 2 more sprints. And then I'll host again tomorrow, of course. But yeah, let's see. I only got 10 pages done. My reading speed has dropped so much. Any tips? The only reason I read faster when I have audiobooks with me. So a lot of times, just like I'm doing for Lolita, I double up. So I do an audiobook and read at the same time because it just helps me get through stuff quicker, I feel like. And it allows me to comprehend, I guess, a story in more than one format. So I feel like audiobooks and reading physically at the same time help me personally to read faster. Other than that, I don't know, I feel like taking breaks and getting my brain refocused helps me too to kind of get back in the zone. But hopefully you're enjoying your book even if you aren't reading it super fast. I mean, 10 pages is still 10 pages, and you're reading a really big book too. So that's understandable, and 10 pages is still good. I read 10 pages of Akimoff. How far are you, Danny? Because it gets really good. I'm nervous. This book is literally making my hands sweat and my heart pound. I mean, same. I devoured the second half of the book in less than a day, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right. I loved it. I definitely was able to guess some stuff before it happened, so you'll have to let me know if you have any theories, Stasia. I want to know because a ton of stuff happens and it's so twisty, but read 36 pages, that's awesome. I used to do that because it makes it faster and I can and I can process things better. Yeah, definitely agree. Yes, I'm doing it. It's so good. I think it might just be because it's Densey. Like that's a really big fantasy book, and I've heard it's like really complex and like the world building and stuff like that that goes on in the story. So yeah, I've heard it just takes a while to get through sometimes. So I'm in the scene with the Weaver, about 200 pages in, and I'm obsessed, and I'm really, really loving it. Yay! Because you really like recently just read ACOTAR, right? So like you're very new to the series still, so that's exciting. Yay! All right, we can probably go ahead and do our next sprint at 20. So in 2 minutes, I'm determined to finish my book this next sprint so I can finally just get it done with. Because I've been reading this for a week and a half now, probably. Yeah, so I'm ready to finish up with it. But let's see what Danny said. Yeah, I started this right after I finished ACOTAR. Yeah, I feel like I remember you mentioning it that you were reading ACOTAR at some point. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, it's so good. And that's how I describe all the books that I like. It's so good. That's the extent of words that I can use, so it's fine. My aim is 30 pages, but we'll see. Jasmine, I want to read that book so bad. It sounds so good. Yeah, I definitely agree. I actually just officially added it to my TBR shelf on Goodreads, so hopefully I will like remember that it's on there and like maybe get the book eventually or borrow it from my library or something, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the music pulled up again, and we'll sprint again until 50 this time. So, oops. I'm gonna edit that really fast, and I will see you all in another 30 minutes. Alright, y'all, that was the end of another sprint. Let me know how you did. I have 6 pages left of my book, so I'll finish it next sprint. Yeah, so let me know how you did. Let's see. Okay, I finished that book. Terrible. Moving on. I will not be reading it anymore, but I'm glad you're able to finish another book. I'm still reading The Inheritance Games, so hoping to finish today. I read The Inheritance Games a few months ago and really enjoyed it, so I hope you are too. The sequel comes out in October, maybe? The cover's really pretty. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first one and cannot wait to see what happens in the second one. It's so worth it. The first 100 pages is world building, but it was done well, and so I found myself reading it pretty fast. I definitely recommend it. I just read it, The Inheritance Games. I'm so late, but hey guys, hey, welcome. Let me know what you're going to be reading. 20 pages this time, that's awesome. 24 pages. I read 31 pages of Survive the Night. I am shook. I've really gotten to my book. I read 25 pages. I'm having such a slow reading night. I don't know what's going on. It's like I can't focus. Well, I mean, you can take a break if you want to. I definitely have nights like that sometimes, and it's really frustrating. And I've found that I just need to put my book down for the night. It definitely sucks though, so I'm sorry about that. I took a break that sprint, but now I get to start The Duchess Steele by Tessa Dare. I'm so excited for this one. I bought that book in June, and I cannot wait to read it. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. I joined late, but I read 30 pages of Cinder. I will be reading that in August next month. Yeah, which starts, in 2 days. But yeah, I'll be reading Cinder and the entire series for the next 2 months, I think, right, Stasia? I don't know. I read 20 pages, stopping with only 6 pages left. Sounds so hard to do. Yeah, I mean, like, if I wasn't the one hosting these sprints, I would probably just put myself on mute and keep reading, but, it's fine. I read 46 pages of Goodbye Days by Jeff Zenter. I hope you're enjoying it. Which book was just terrible that you just finished? Yes, Bailey, Duchess Steele. Read 30 pages. That's awesome. I finished my book. That's great. It looks like we're all doing super great tonight. That's so exciting. I'm kind of feeling 2 more sprints. We'll do 1 more for sure, and then maybe y'all can let me know how you're feeling, and maybe I'll host another one. Now that I'm kind of getting into reading again for the day, because I have not read as much as I was planning to. But I think I'm going to read Cinder when I finish my current book. I'm so excited to start it. I got Renegades, which is Marissa Meyer's other series, or yeah, and that's more sci-fi with like superheroes, I think, and it sounded so good. So I got a copy of it, and I'm so excited to read that one too. So excited to read Cinder with you all. I cannot wait. I'm gonna try to start it early next week, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday. Would be the plan, because I think our first live show for the read along is in like 2 weeks. So we should probably get going on that for those of us who are doing the read along. I thought I was gonna read so much today, but I'm finally making progress. Yeah, same. Like I read during our last sprints, but after that I just did other stuff that I had to do. So like this is when I'm finally getting into reading for the day. So I'm kind of on a roll right now, and I feel like continuing to go for a little bit. I just bought Renegades 2. The cover is beautiful, and it just sounded so good. Like I don't always read, I like to go into books without really knowing much of what they're about, but because Renegades is kind of out of my comfort zone, I did like read the whole synopsis, and it just sounded so good, so I bought it. I'm going to try to start it after this readathon, but who knows? I say that I say that about every book that I plan to read. I'm like, I cannot wait to read this. I'm gonna read it so soon. Does that happen half the time? No, but it's fine. We're fine. It's fine. All right, let me know how you all are feeling about doing maybe 2 more sprints. So like another hour of reading total plus a break in between like the last two. Um, yeah, or I can just host one more. We can move over to Discord. I don't know what people are feeling right now. Um, yeah, and we can do our next sprint at 0 on the start of the new hour. Um, yeah, I think once I finish um, Lolita, I'm going to maybe start November 9 or One Last Stop. I don't know. Let's see. I also have my Kindle behind me that I also need to finish a book on there too. But I feel like because I have the audiobook of this, I might be able to get through it pretty fast. So maybe I'll start November 9 next. That way I can have another audiobook going. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait. Yes, 2 more sprints would be awesome. I'm so late, so I agree for all the sprints. All right. 2 more. Please, November 9. I cry. November 9 is so good. I read Ugly Love in June and like sobbed my eyes out. So I have really high expectations for November 9. Yeah, because Ugly Love made me sob, like actually sob. So I'm hoping this one's just as good. I have really high hopes for it. Um, and if it lets me down, I'm gonna be sad. But I've only heard good things about it, especially from y'all, especially from Stasia, who I cry during it. So I do need to start One Last Stop too, though. Yeah, I have the Book of the Month edition of it, and it's really thick for some reason. And I feel like the paperback one isn't really all that much, except that I guess the text is pretty big. So hopefully that will like still let me get through it pretty fast. But I'll probably just go ahead and start this one tomorrow, because I'm gonna try to finish The Taking of Jake Livingston tomorrow as well, because it is so short. Yeah, because I'm already like, I'm making progress. We're trying here. Yeah, so I'll probably go ahead and start One Last Stop tomorrow, because we are doing a buddy read for that for the readathon. Some of us are, so I do need to read that one as well. I got a whole vlog on it. I do remember you reading this one. Oh yeah, for one of your vlogs. Yeah, someone gifted it to me, so that's why I own the physical copy, because I think I've just read all of Colleen Hoover's other books, like from my library or Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, but someone sent me this one, so that was really exciting. And I cannot wait to finally read it, especially because after reading Ugly Love, I decided that I'm going to read all of Colleen Hoover's backlist. I read Layla in December, I think like 2 days after it was released, and loved it too. So I definitely want to read all of Colleen Hoover's books. Her new cover was just revealed today for her next book. I think it was her next book that we got the cover reveal for. So that's super exciting. Also need to read It Ends With Us. My friend Elle keeps yelling at me to read it, but it hasn't happened yet. But it will happen eventually. I just I'm not emotionally prepared for all of Colleen Hoover's books yet. So, it looks like we are almost time to start. I'm slowly working on Colleen Hoover's backlist. I've only read 4 so far. You're farther than I am. I've only read 2, and one of them isn't even backlist. One of them is the one that was most recently released. So we'll get through it eventually, though, right? Maybe I'll do like a reading vlog someday of me reading a bunch of Colleen Hoover's books. And y'all can see me crying some more because I do have a vlog that features a picture of me with like tears just streaming down my face. So that's exciting. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and get ready for our next sprint. I need to pull up the music again. I would change it to like something different, but I'm afraid it's not going to work because for some reason this is the only one that will play without like having to load every few seconds. So we're just going to stick with the lo-fi for now. Yes to all the Colleen Hoover vlogs. Coho has a ton of books out. So like it would take like I could have to just pick a few and read them, but eventually I will read all of the author's books. I love that you included that crying pic. I couldn't not. I was Snapchatting Stasia and Aaron, and I was like, I'm 70% of the way through the book, I'm crying. I'm 80% of the way through the book, I'm still crying. And it was just tears for half the book. But what time will I assume there's more coming to that. It just hasn't popped up yet on my comments. But yeah, so we're gonna sprint until 30, and then we'll do one more sprint, and then we'll be done for the night. So, all right, I'm gonna get the music uploaded, and I will talk to you all in like 30 minutes. Alright, y'all, that was the end of another sprint. Let me know how you did.
I finished Lolita, and I started November 9th, so that's exciting. I read 12 pages of it, so hopefully I can get through a big chunk of that tonight, especially with my audiobook. But yeah, we'll do one more sprint because we're all feeling it tonight, I think. So let me know how you did, and we'll take a short little break before our last sprint for the evening. And then I did also, if you are doing the readathon and you're in the Discord, I did post an announcement basically just to vote what time works best for you tomorrow for live sprints again. Because I really like the fact that I did that for today because it kind of allowed me to see what times worked best and who would be available when. So if you all could just like vote, I have a few options on the Discord to just like let me know when you're most available for sprints or more likely to be around. That'd be wonderful because I would like to host sprints tomorrow. I had them scheduled already, but I'm thinking of changing the time to fit what works best for a majority of people's schedules. So, thank you very much. 26 pages, 20 pages, yay, 21 pages, 38 pages, 31 pages, 68 pages of Survive the Night, and 66 pages left. You're gonna finish that tonight, Stasia. Y'all did wonderful. That's great. Yeah, so we'll get ready for our last sprint. Last sounds like we're all making really good progress for it being the first day of the readathon, so that's exciting. I'm hoping to finish 2 books tomorrow if possible. I'd feel pretty accomplished with that if I can do so. So yeah, let's see. Also, I read November 9 in a day, so we'll definitely get through it quickly, especially with the audiobook. Yeah, I have already read 12 pages and I've only been reading the book for 9 minutes. I'm already mad. Yeah, I'll text in our little buddy read group because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But like, wow. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's really good so far, so I'm excited to see where it goes. Thank you for doing these sprints. You're welcome. I love going live on my channel. I love hosting sprints, so I'm glad y'all have been able to join and that we've all been able to read so much. It's so exciting. I have less than 100 pages left, so hoping to finish tonight. We're gonna do one more sprint, so hopefully we can get a lot done during that. And then also, I might host some more sprints in the Discord. It is getting kind of late where I am. It's 9:30 right now, so it's not like super late, but it's getting later. So probably after this, I'm gonna shower. Then I can probably host a few sprints on Discord for those of y'all who are still around and wanting to read. Because I would really like to make some good progress in November 9 and this book before I go to bed tonight as well. So I'll definitely be around, hopefully reading some more after we're done here. Priory is getting way more fast paced. I'm loving it. That's so good. I'm glad you're getting more into it again. These sprints are awesome. I love reading sprints. They keep me motivated, so I definitely am a fan of them too. Let me remove that banner really fast. We can do our next sprint at 40 or 35, probably 40. How the Discord sprints work. So basically, the way that I do them is there's two ways that I sometimes do them. Usually on at least for the readathon, we usually do text sprints. So basically, that is just I'm like, do y'all want to read? And we read until the time, and then we just text about how we're doing. I have a reading sprints channel set up in the Discord, and then sometimes I also will play music. In the music channel because there's also like a voice channel that I can connect a bot to YouTube and it will play music for everybody. And so that one will all connect to like the voice channel, but nobody has access to speaking. It's just listening to music. So those are the ways that I do it. We did both of those today earlier. So I'll probably just do texting sprints tonight after these sprints are over, but I can play music if people want that still. I don't know how to use Discord. Discord confuses the heck out of me. I was like this for a really long time and it made me so frustrated. But the more I used it, because a lot of like the book clubs that I'm in were using it more, the more I got used to it. So it definitely takes just getting comfortable and taking the time to like figure out how to use it because I totally agree. It's definitely confusing until you kind of get the hang of it and learn how to like navigate all the channels and the servers and everything that goes on. It's really nice for like group things because like on Instagram you can only have like 32 people in a group. So Discord is definitely nice, but it did take me a long time to get used to when I started using it last year. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, they're really fun. A lot of us were doing them earlier today. I feel as though some people are already in bed, which is totally fine because I'm also going to be going to bed in a few hours. So hopefully tomorrow morning when I wake up, we can do some more together. Discord is so fun to use. I like setting it up and doing bots. That's Stasia's favorite thing to do. Her favorite thing is making bots and getting all the roles set up and like putting the emojis before like all the channels. At least I like to do emojis in mine because in my servers that I have because it just feels so aesthetic and cute. And so yeah, I definitely like being able to kind of create my own space, I guess, which is what I did for the readathon. Like I created that server and figured out how to use Carlbots and all the other things that kind of made it all run a lot smoother. And put less work on me too, because you know, y'all getting automatically assigned roles was really helpful. Yeah, I was in some of the texts. Oh, the text sprints. Gee, I keep getting sent too early. I do that on YouTube a lot too. I definitely recommend learning Discord by just joining a small group and keeping up with it, not joining like 10 at a time. I learned easier that way. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Cause now like I'm in like probably 50 or 60 servers now, half of which I don't like I'm not like actively on, but like it's just fun joining all of them now. Creating Discord servers is literally so fun. I'm a self-proclaimed pro. What I meant to say was that I was in some of the tech sprints earlier. Yeah, so I'll probably just keep doing that once this is done. But tomorrow, I'm thinking we can do some more music ones, and then depending on when I go live again, yeah, we'll see like when that happens. It's basically an advanced group chat. This is very true. Yeah, it definitely is fun. I use it a lot more now than like I used to. Not just because I'm used to it, but just because I'm involved in so much more stuff now, like book clubs and readathons and read-alongs and reading sprint stuff. I feel like I'm always on Discord now, which I personally love. I think it's a great way to talk to people, especially about books, because like at home, I have one friend who likes to read books, like who I go to school with. So I like being able to hop on Discord and just talk about books with people, you know, because I'm in a bunch of reading groups. So that's always fun. But let me look and see what's winning for tomorrow. So as of right now, reading sprints on my channel are probably going to be like late night reading sprints, at least for me, because as of right now, 9 p.m. is winning. 9 p.m. Eastern time is winning for sprints, but we'll see if anything changes between now and tomorrow morning when I'll schedule it like officially. I mean, I'm down for late night sprints. But yeah, we'll see which one actually wins. But as of right now, it looks like we're doing some late night sprints tomorrow night. Discord is so convenient with the spoiler feature too. The book community is thriving on Discord. Definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, so I'm definitely a fan of Discord, but it does take getting used to, I feel. Because I've been using it for, I don't know, a year and a half now almost. And I love it now. I definitely did not used to love it. But I'm definitely a fan now. So we'll start our last sprint in 1 minute. We'll go for 30 minutes again, just like normal. Also, I am sitting in my closet right now. And so that's why like the angle is weird because my iPad is on a stack of books and the books are not tall enough. So like, sorry, but it's all right. My head's getting kind of cut off in sometimes, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get the banner set up for the last sprint. It's 40, so we'll read until so we're going to read until 10 for our last sprint. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. And we'll sprint for 30 more minutes, and I'll see you all after that. Alright, y'all, that was the end of our last sprint. Let me know how you did that last time. I am officially on page 48 of November 9, and I am obsessed already, so I'm gonna keep reading it after we finish here. Probably after I take a shower, though. But yeah, let me know how y'all did. This was so much fun. I feel very accomplished right now, and I hope you all do too. I will definitely be back here for more sprints tomorrow, and I might hop on the Discord for a little bit tonight as well and host a few more sprints, but we'll see about that. But yeah, let's see how y'all did this last sprint. I read 40 pages. What are you reading now, Bailey? Are you reading the Duchess deal? I have a whole stack of mass markets up here above this dresser, and I think that's in the pile that I have. I read 25 pages, that's awesome. I think I read just over 30 pages, yay, that's great. Page 175, so I've gotten a lot read. That's awesome, that's great, guys. 25 pages, that's awesome. Wow, y'all did so good tonight, that's awesome. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end these sprints for the night. If y'all want to keep reading, feel free to hop on the Discord and let me know, and I'll try to run a few more sprints before I end up falling asleep. But yeah, I had so much fun doing this. Thank you all so much for reading with me. Yeah, I had a lot of fun and so glad we were all able to do this. Overall, I've read nearly 100 pages. That's great. That's awesome. Especially because that book is so big, so it probably feels really good to have a nice chunk of that done. The Duchess deal, need to switch back to a lot so and just finish it. I probably won't join the Discord sprints though since I can barely keep my eyes open. I will hopefully have time to sprint after work tomorrow. Well, I'm glad you're able to join us tonight. Definitely get some sleep. And hopefully we'll see you around tomorrow. You are so welcome. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream now. But thank you all so much for joining, and I will talk to you all again